So I want to take a step back real quick because you said something really important. When you went into the UFC for that first fight, and you mentioned this about your first fight against Cub, when you had mentioned visualization, right? So how much of your success in the UFC, in fighting, in business, how much of visualization, like how does that play a big role for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You couldn't have hit it more on the head than that. Yeah. Visualization, I would visualize the fight and winning the fight and just visualize anything that could go wrong during the fight. I would do this even before knowing to do this, if you know what I mean. Before I even knew that that was like a thing, you know. I would visualize a lot, but just putting myself in bad scenarios, in difficult scenarios, which definitely Dean, Jocko, Raul, Greg, Toby Imada. Oh my God, that's another person who just helped me in my MMA career leaps and bounds. You know, he was just such a great training partner. Visualizing, I learned a lot from those guys. They would tell me, to visualize after getting beat up, after training one round, they would yell, put your hands up, walk around, you won this fight. Yeah. And, just visualizing that and bringing you to the point of total exhaustion where you can't think of anything else but what is in front of you right here. And I know you know what I'm talking about because that happens all the time when you're training in jiu-jitsu against somebody better than you or at your level, and they're taking you to that point where they're putting you into positions and making you make decisions that on the fly that you have to make, the right decisions. Otherwise, you're going to get strangled,
right? Right.
Or your arm broken. So,
yeah.
Visualizing is huge. This is so funny because just the other day I came home from the gym and my wife had, 4 of her friends, her best friends over there at the house, and they're literally making vision boards on my kitchen table. And it was awesome, and
I've got one.
It just brought me back to, I haven't done that for a while, so I need to do that. And I'm every day now looking at her vision board, and I can see it's clear cut. There it is right there. It's staring you in the face every day when you wake up, and it helps you get, as soon as if you start, your mind starts getting off track, it brings you right back to that, what your, focus is. Yeah. And definitely helps you.
Yeah, I think the vision boards, people look at some of this visualization and the law of attraction and vision board, like they think it's magic. And, one day way back, they thought electricity was magic, right? So there's science that explains all of this. And I think it's the subconscious mind that people don't realize how much of an impact it has on the rest of your mind, and why training that, just like any other part of your whether you're a fighter, whether you're in business, I think training your subconscious is actually the most important thing because that impacts everything else. But you had mentioned that.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
You mentioned that seeing the vision board helps kind of bring you back on track. And there's a metaphor of a captain of a ship, right? When you take a ship from one place to another, you might be going in a straight line, but you're constantly pivoting the ship back on. And if you don't have eyes on the target, if you don't have the end goal in mind, then you're going to, if you're not making those small adjustments, you're going to steer off, and all of a sudden a little tiny adjustment sends you off in a whole other direction.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think the visualization is so important. Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If you like content like this, go to the description below. The full video should be there. And do not forget to like and subscribe. 97% of the people that watch this channel are unsubscribed. So please hit that subscribe button. It does a lot for the channel, and it gives you more content like this. Have a good one.